Okay. So now, everybody, welcome, greetings. We are here in what is a glorious occasion. We're going to be watching game number 3 in DuckloadRa, who is the Protoss over here in the top right, going up against VirusNaama, the Terran player in the bottom left. We just saw a crazy one-base all-in from Naama in the last game that really paid off on Scrap Station, breaking down the middle rocks, pushing in, and hitting WhiteRa before WhiteRa could actually mass some really beefy units to deal with it. Banshees, tanks, marines, incredibly strong. WhiteRa did fall prey to it. Now, Hellions were actually also in the mix, and WhiteRa went for a 1-gate fast expand, which got crushed. One-base Terran, all things like that, are incredibly strong. Naama pulling 5-6 of his SCVs, or some crazy count, to really get that going, and so Naama is... he's just playing well. There's no other way to put it. Even though he's one-base all-inning, they are effective, and WhiteRa has been unable to deal with it as he would like. We'll see what's going to be happening in this game. If WhiteRa's going to go for another 1-gate fast expand, or if he's going to go for something more useful against the styles that Naama has been employing in the last 2 games. We'll see if Naama deviates as well, as he is really in such a great position. He can just cheese and see what happens, and then just go into another game, as he's done a lot in this series to really make his gameplay effective. We'll see if WhiteRa can actually go ahead against it and be effective of his own. He might go for a kind of a one-base all-in of his own and try and just go back into it, but the psychology of a situation like this is incredibly important. We do see that Naama's actually put down 1 supply depot over here in the front. Going to go ahead and try and wall off if he needs to. This could be useful in the case of a DT play from WhiteRa, in which case he'll be able to just go ahead and plop down another barracks and another supply depot, and he'll be covered. Maybe even use a missile turret to try and help the wall off. We'll see if that is the case. Right now, both these guys are opening very normally. WhiteRa has now thrown down his cybernetics core. He's got mining happening in his assimilator. But what is his plan? I'm going to be hoping for an opener along the lines of a 2-gate, 3-gate robo. Try and get scout information. Just play it safe, as the aggression from Naama has been very powerful against WhiteRa. Robo command is now just finishing. And we probably will see another barracks being thrown down by Naama in a second. That does seem to be what he does against the Robo command. He's actually in a tech lab after a single Marine, or is that the second Marine? Actually, after the first 2 Marines. It doesn't seem like WhiteRa is going to be aggressive with that first Zealot. It just went in and killed off that SCV. Will it actually... Oh yeah, WhiteRa is actually pushing out with his first Zealot. Naama's been showing some great micro in holding off the Zealot without losing any Marines. With only 2 Marines, he can easily deal with the Zealot, which is just incredibly impressive. And we do see him walling off actually with a bunker as well as 2 supply depots. So that's a different wall off than what I was expecting, but he does have that option, and he's going to go ahead and employ, and a Reaper is being produced from him to allow him to scout, possibly take out a probe or 2 or 3. We'll see if WhiteRa can actually do enough damage with this, though he's really not going to be able to do that much damage, as this bunker is going to be completed soon. Not to mention, Naama can just go ahead and wall off. He's going to go ahead and see that those guys are in the front, should lift off the supply depot to try and be as safe as he can against this. But, yep, there it is. Marine should be going in there. Do we have a Marauder coming out? Yes, Marauder is coming out after this Reaper. We'll see where I can go ahead and defend against that. But the problem is that we have Zealot, Probe, and Stalker all at the front. This Reaper is uncontested, and only a Sentry is not going to be enough to deal with this. We do see WhiteRa is actually going for a 3-gate, and he actually might want to expand as well. This will actually allow him to see this Reaper coming in, and let's see, his warp gate tech is close to being done, so he's going to be able to warp in units in a second, but we do have to see that oh wow, so now it's trying to actually micro this Reaper. He's actually going to go get the kill anyway, but with that little health, he's not going to move into the base. Now I'm actually doing better off not trying to micro it at all. Naama is also really stable over here at this front with a Marauder and 2 Marines inside that. Tech Lab is available for a starport to be built on. He's actually got a Command Center on the way, though, so Naama is going to go ahead and actually play a lot more economically than last game. Command Center is definitely faster than this Nexus. Nexus, however, is still there. 3-gate expand coming from WhiteRa. The question is, when is he going to be getting that Robo to make sure that he can actually... Yep, there's the Robo, actually. Make sure he can get Observers out and be safe against Naama if he's not able to do anything surprising. With this Tech Lab being naked down here, I'm definitely expecting a starport to be built on it, and Naama could go ahead and try and get out some Banshees, or even a Raven. A Raven could be an incredibly smart choice. Seeing engineering big go down, we're probably going to go ahead and see that for turrets, as well as upgrades for bio units. But where is this? What is this Tech Lab going to be used for? He's not employing it quite yet. So So DuckloadRa has a natural expansion on the way. We do see that actually another gateway, so going to be 4 gates, and a robo is going to be what WhiteRa's going to go ahead and produce from. Actually, he's got control of these watchtowers. Taking a few shots on this Hell is going to be a pretty good deal. He needs to have something besides these sentries and zealots to really deal it off. Looks like he's going to go ahead and wall off the back door. That's a great move. Actually, he's not going to wall it off, it seems. So he's not walling off the back door, and instead he's going to go ahead and leave 1 pylon there and get vision of it. I guess he wants to allow the Heli to move in. But this Heli is actually here at the front. Stalker is there. Yep, there's a Stalker. It's zealous and sentry. He's not going to do anything. The Heli does retreat in time. Now his orbital command is finished. He's going to go ahead and lift it off and float it down to national expansion and try and set up his defenses down there, salvaging the bunker and get the minerals back, and employ this defensive use on the natural expansion. DuckloadRa is continuing to mine. He does have his robo out. Will he be getting Colossi or go straight to something along the lines of Templar? Immortal Templar is a very strong and underused mix. We'll see if WhiteRa is going to go ahead and try and employ that. Though he is looking very stable, and Nama is going to go ahead and land his orbital command. Calling down a few mules, transferring down a lot of SCVs. His saturation is now actually pretty even considering the amount of SCVs he has down here. It's actually almost identical. So actually a very, very great transfer for him down in that respect. So it's always a small good thing to note about the great players is they do things like bring down the perfect amount of numbers of workers for their transferring down there. But now WhiteRa has got a lot of zealots, a few sentries. I'm definitely going to be War Prism. Ooh, WhiteRa is going for some drop play. I've seen him do a lot of this on his stream lately. He just loves his War Prisms. I'm very curious to see he wasn't drop. Probably going to be some zealots. He does do that. Go ahead and start taking down these rocks. I'm kind of waiting for him to get charged. His Twilight Council did just finish. Will he get charged? He's got the money for it. However, there is this War Prism. I'm waiting to see this drop if Nama's going to be ready for it or not. He does have Banshees going down now with Cloak. So he's going to go for a delayed Cloaked Banshee harassment going to happen. It actually could cause him to actually see this drop coming from WhiteRa with 4 Zealots inside that War Prism. If these guys cross paths, it's actually beneficial for WhiteRa more so than Nama because of the fact that Nama is going to end up losing the element of surprise with this. And it's actually, this Banshee is going to go ahead and cross paths. And both these guys actually go ahead and see each other. One person gets seen by Nama, and WhiteRa sees the Banshee. Will we see units being pulled back up here from Nama? Yes, we do. We have some Marines going to try and hit this. There's the War Prism. Will it get picked off? That's going to be really close. We have the Banshee just sitting at that base for Nama, and there we have WhiteRa going to move in. Going to try and use it, but Nama knows, and yep, there we go. DuckloadRa being forced to pull back. Is there stim on the Marines? No, stim's actually just now starting, so we can't stim to take down that War Prism that's going to stay alive. WhiteRa is going to go ahead and start upgrading, and there we have that. The Banshee gets taken out. Banshee gets taken out very, very easily, and that is actually going to make it in WhiteRa's favor. The unit's lost tabs. That is great for him. WhiteRa's actually doing a great job of Malcolm. He's ahead in the food count, 96 to 80. But here we have Nama going for a 3rd base. WhiteRa actually going for a 3rd base too. Although he actually just spent a lot of money on a few things. He's actually getting Blink. Interesting. He's getting Blink not charged. So he's going to go ahead and try and keep his Stalkers alive. He's going for a very gateway unit heavy army, which means that he really wants to make sure that his Stalkers stay alive, as those are the expensive units that require gas. So that's going to be a very, very subtle thing to note. So WhiteRa is going to keep that in mind when he does this gameplay. Keep the Stalker alive, sacrifice the Zealots, and there we have, he uncloaked the Banshee, so Nama just sacrificed the Banshee. That is really, really bad. Uncloak, I think, is okay, but here is this, the War Prism went in to do some damage. Actually, we are seeing, the Siege Tank Splash doing so much damage. It is a Zealot Bomb in StarCraft 2. Oh, that makes me so happy to see. And now at the end of that, Nama took a lot of SCV hits, a few kills, and that was very, very effective. Moving down here, we see the 3rd going down for DuckloadRa. We see some Stalkers down here trying to be as effective as they possibly can. You might warp in some more Stalkers, and with this SCV block, this supply depot block, these actually could get picked off. It doesn't seem that Nama's going to go ahead and actually repair it, but we do have his command center morphing into an orbital command. Supply depot goes down. That's not going to be enough to supply block now, but he's not going to be forced to pull in units. This supply depot is going to go down. This is very, very effective. Will WhiteRa go away? Is that somebody going to get repaired? The supply depot burns down, and those actually get retreat. WhiteRa does not lose the War Prism either, so great harassment. Very efficient from WhiteRa. Nexus is now halfway completed. You'll see the orbital command is complete for Naama for his third base. We'll see whether he can go for the gold or go for this this backdoor third that's a lot more easily defendable. WhiteRa does have a proxy pylon / scouting pylon down here on the right side of the map. Very smart thing to do to be able to see if any banshees fly over it or any drops fly over it. So guys, note that pylon placement is very, very solid. So WhiteRa's third is about to be done. I want to know if his zealots have charge or not. I can't tell. I hope they do, though. It'd be a beautiful move from him. Let's go ahead and do this to see. Oh, no charge for those guys. So that is unfortunate for him. Those guys could be a lot more effective if they had that charge. But still, the Stalkers have Blink. Very mobile, very awesome. We'll go ahead and kill off this Marine, except not. But the Marine, okay, there we go. Is going to blink up to kill that Marine. He does. Then now, okay, so now that ensures the fact that Naama does not know about the third, but he has dual cloaked banshees right now. Going to move in, and they're going to move in and see that base. But they're actually, that got killed by that zealot. There's a Marine that are trying to do some harassment, but there it is. Going to get hit that. Actually get hit by that cannon. Cannon placement. Great cannon placement. Going to be able to allow vision of these guys. And now this cannon's going to go in and get attacker 2. Yep, 2 hits on that. Banshee's going to be a great move. And without are they within vision? Yes, they're now within vision. And WhiteRa blinks up. Oh, but he blinks up too soon. Going to take a lot of hits on those Stalkers. And now these Banshees go ahead and try and wail on this pylon. Very effective. Now got more Stalkers with Blink down here. Is going to be an Observer on the way. There's the Observer trailing behind. And the probe transfer is going to mean at very least a few probe kills. But there is the killing of those Stalkers. Of the Banshees. I mean, that was actually not enough Banshee kills to make that effective for Naama. As in kills with the Banshee, not kills the Banshees kind of took in. Still, WhiteRa is playing very, very well. He's behind the food count, but Naama now has this gold. Naama could use this gold a lot, and he's immediately making sure he's saturated, completely oversaturating it 100% with all of those SCVs. Is WhiteRa going to work on doing some more things? He is now just getting the +2 attack for his ground units. Going to make as much DPS as he can for these Colossi that he now has. Going to go for those instead of those Templar. But Naama's got a lot of siege tanks. This is a huge issue for WhiteRa. He does have all of those Stalkers. Good, actually only blinking back a few of the Stalkers that are getting hit by the siege tank. Great move by WhiteRa, especially because he's now getting this hidden base on the right. That's very, very solid. 3 Colossi trying to pick off as much as he can. We do have a cloaked Banshee down there trying to move in, but not really doing much. So WhiteRa's got a lot of Stalkers. 4 Colossi is a great, great amount of he wants to push in. The issue is that all of these, so many tanks, and a Raven now with almost 2 PDDs of energy is actually there. We're actually seeing a stim down there as looks like Naama's going to have to deal with this one Zealot by stimming all of those units. That Zealot does go down, and we do see Pylon put down by WhiteRa. And DuckloadRa being perfect with this army. He's going to be able to blink up on this cliff and then walk up with the Stalkers. We do see the blink micro happening with the shift blink happening, but this is going to be actually very detrimental. We do see Naama going mass command center, going to try and get a ton of mules to be there, but this is great by WhiteRa, abusing the immobility of Naama's army. But Naama's to go ahead and do a counterattack. He's feeling really confident that this is not going to be GG for him if WhiteRa takes out enough of those things. But now this Observer's go ahead and see he's actually going to get killed by all of those Marines. WhiteRa might need to pull back his army. He could just go for a complete base trade. He is morphing more Stalkers down here. He needs to blink up those Stalkers to take out that siege tank. Is doing so, and now all those pros are getting retreated by WhiteRa. A small left. A small amount of left than we should. And siege tank in siege mode. Siege tank can siege up and start hitting Naama. Is doing a ton of damage, taking down some key structures. This forge is not even halfway completed with the +3 weapons upgrade. It's going to get taken out before that can actually happen. WhiteRa is basically mining from this base only at the moment. And there it is, that upgrade did get taken out. Colossus, dual Colossus are actually being chronoed out, but these robots are going down. Naama's army is very, very strong. WhiteRa does have a lot more mobile forces, though. He's going to go ahead and use it to try and defend. A lot of Stalkers are in play right now. The WhiteRa is definitely feeling good that he has this Expo, and taking out all the Expos of Naama means that he does have the advantage. These Stalkers can easily pick off these flying buildings. Naama is actually in a bad spot. His army is not as mobile as WhiteRa's, but he's done being forced to pull all of his SCVs as they morph in. We do have charge lots running in. I do believe that they are charged now. They're going to take a lot of hits. Killing off a few of those units is incredibly key, and fully energized sentries are going to go ahead and get taken out. Naama does have a lot of resources. Can just constantly repair all of these siege tanks if he really wants to, but these units are going down. This cannon is actually getting a fair bit of kills. 4 kills now, hitting some Marines down there. It's going to get another kill, but WhiteRa has all these units down here. He does have 20 pros. He can use them all to mine. cannons are still there. We now have all of these stalkers down here, Colossi here as well, just waiting to surround Naama's army as he pushes down. Naama is actually getting prepared to bring his orbital command here. He possibly could expand to WhiteRa's natural expansion, where that robo base. And oh, DTs are coming out. WhiteRa built a Twilight Council down here. So he's now got a base behind the third base of Naama. He is being so tricky, and that's going to be a hugely amazing, good move by him. The problem is that this Raven is still alive. His Orbital Command is still there. And Naama is going to start mining from these last couple mineral patches from WhiteRa, but with only 500 or so to really mine from there. This is looking better for WhiteRa than anything else. Whereas now using his Colossi to cliff these units, you might want to pull back the injured Colossi. Yeah, taking splash damage off from those siege tanks is going to force him back. Okay, so now this is a ton of stalkers. You can use and contain Naama, incredibly effective, but Naama still has his Banshee with Cloak. He could use that to harass his base from WhiteRa. WhiteRa is actually not even a supply block. He has enough infrastructure with pylons and all these bases to feel pretty good for a supply. But we do have this Viking still patrolling down here. It's kind of funny to see. Make sure that no drops can happen. WhiteRa has a single stalker. Going to take down some supply depots and just continue attacking down there. So we have some Zealots going to go ahead and do the same thing. WhiteRa's being very smart, not using all of his army down there. Oh, blink on trying to take out that Banshee. Looks like Naama was trying to use that for his own advantage. We do see a barracks being built by Naama. He's actually basically just mining gas right now. You can see his income is just really in favor of WhiteRa because Naama only has these two things to mine from. It looks like he's going to start distance mining from this natural expansion. It does seem so. But he might want to start working on these units, maybe send a few units out there to try and take those out. But WhiteRa is just going to go ahead and turtle in on this base. He's got tech down here. He's got a Cyberman score back again. Getting another robo. Plus he still has this Robo Bay, and you do see the distance mining from all those SCVs, as he does have one mule on each of these mineral fields. Going to try and be as economic as he can with his distance mining. That's kind of sad to see, but he's just he just right-clicked on his command center. These actually are not continuing to mine. Looks like WhiteRa did push out with his army a little bit, forcing Naama to pull back. Okay, so this last supply depot and this main is going to now get taken out. So WhiteRa is now cleaned up the main base, natural expansion, and all of these southern bases of Naama, so he's definitely looking solid. The Dark Shrine is still, but it's not being used. It's sort of there as possible to harass. Looks like once, Stalkers are down here to take out those SCVs that can't afford to be taken out. Naama must not lose. So you actually see the unit count showing even amount of harvesters, but mules are there. But Naama is actually having to force the distance mine. He has all these supply depots in the main base of WhiteRa, really, and he's continuing to stack up. Now that Starport, he's going mass Starport. We could be seeing actually a transition into battle cruisers from Naama. That'd be a very, very smart move to actually do, as this could catch DuckloadRa off guard. The problem is the fact that WhiteRa does have a lot of blink stalkers with Micro and the lack of upgrades from Naama. That could really, really be beneficial for him. Plus, WhiteRa has the +2 attack upgrades. He's going to try and blink in, and he's going to snipe off that. Oh my god, that Banshee. It cloaked and didn't take the hits. That's actually a really interesting thing to note. The fact that that does happen. So WhiteRa is just pushing it, but taking a lot of splash damage from all those siege tanks, being forced to blink back before losing all of those guys. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and just hopefully not hear from him during this cast as it's continuing on. We're seeing tech labs going down for all of these starports. Another starport's being made. Is there a fusion cord on the anywhere? Is he going to go ahead and get or is he going to go ahead and actually get out some supply depots? Or is fusion core, is this going to be Banshees or what? Alright, so now where it does have all of these Colossi still in the field, he's now expanding down here. So that is definitely awesome. And we'll see how he actually make use of this. He's really looking solid. He's got a great contained on Naama, so I'm definitely happy to see that. But are these battlecruisers or nope? It's gonna be Banshees. Pure Banshees are going to be coming out for Naama right now. Colossi are almost getting taken out, but that's not going to be the case. I'm kind of disappointed that's not going to be battlecruisers coming out of Naama. Banshees are a good choice. You just might not have enough in the bank to go for battlecruisers. Plus, it just takes too long. Plus, WhiteRa is now getting very solid. He's actually being able to get a lot of normal gameplay. The problem is the fact that this is basically his main is natural, while Nama's just being ridiculous, having WhiteRa's main base, and WhiteRa's been great with harassing with his Colossi to hit these supply depots. These are really losses that Nama cannot afford to take. Nama is really in a tough spot. He can't even mine anything right now. He just has these 4 Star Cores producing Banshees. That's really all that he can actually hope to use right now. So now, I'm going basics to that sniping before, but now DuckloadRa's going to move in, try and defend the fact, because of the fact that I think, did the Banshees go in and start killing off all those probes? Oh, no, he did just send them down here. So he is still looking to stable down there. Just curious, what does Nama know about what WhiteRa has? Oh, he knows nothing about all of that. That is really, really unfortunate. But WhiteRa has an Archon in the mix now, so this isn't a real fact that either DT Tech or High Templar Tech is out for Nama. But Nama knows that he can't continue this. He's going to go ahead and push out with all of his SCVs as well. And EMP on those High Templar. That is huge. No feedbacks, no side storm or anything. Archon is going to go ahead and get more, but all these cloaked Banshees are on the field. Going to be able to destroy this Archon before anything can be done with it. So that is a great move for him. And now it looks like Nama should probably decloak those Banshees to keep their energy up. He's going to try and take the natural expansion of WhiteRa, but WhiteRa is looking so solid. Nama, though, is surprisingly good. We have a 138 food count for WhiteRa against the 79 of Nama. Plus, Nama is still holding down this base. We do see his Colossus is actually going to give vision for the blink on those Stalkers if he really wants to go ahead and use that. So now these Colossi are still on the field. We just see Cannon down there. DuckloadRa could go ahead and start continuing to mine from his bases as well. A lot of pounds. He knows he is actually supply level right now. He needs to get some more. But now he's going to go ahead and start mining from all of these bases down here. But he is playing so well, recovering in an incredibly weird position. And now we got Templar there. They do have Side Storm. Blinking on all those guys, taking down the Templar, but taking down the Siege tanks. PDD is there, but he's got to start sniping down these Banshees. There's so many Banshees. 7 Banshees and Side Storm on all the Banshees. Feedback on the Medivacs of Banshees. This is huge, but these Templar don't have enough energy. This one's about to have enough for another feedback, but Nama is doing a lot of damage, but the problem is WhiteRa still had all these Colossi destroying the ground units, losing the SCVs, trying to repair the orbital command. Really, DuckloadRa has this game there, especially now as observers here. Blink going to snipe off a few of those. Yep, these are going down. That Siege tank goes down. This should be a game from for WhiteRa, and there is VirusNaama does GG. So WhiteRa wins after an incredible game. Crazy game. A lot of base switching, just incredible play. So that's awesome to see. WhiteRa is actually now actually yes, he does go down 2-1, but he wins in incredible fashion. But that was a cool game. That's what all I can say. That was an awesome game.